Now, a lot of people are moving to our state, probably causing some of those traffic issues. And if you're in the market to buy a new home, we're learning what you need to keep your eyes on during inspection. To tell us about some of the common issues, we're talking with Houston's new home construction expert and owner of HomeTeam Inspection Services in Humble, Dave Jones. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
Good. Thanks for joining me this morning. So we know that you're at home and we want to hear about some of the main issues that you suggest people look out for during a home inspection.
Well, part of the reason for needing a home inspection on new construction, we run into a lot of AC problems, like they aren't being charged, they're not performing the way they should. Other things are we do run the plumbing for an extended period of time. A lot of the times they just check it for a couple of seconds, but since we run it for an hour or so, sometimes plumbing problems reveal themselves during this inspection time. Also, getting on the roof, sometimes we find where they do not install certain things correctly, and that can possibly void your manufacturer warranty down the road. So when you get a home, a brand new home, you get an inspection. There's also the 11-month warranty inspection for builder after being living in it for a year, and that's also crucial in this process.
Well, okay, so since I'm thinking about the air conditioning, because it's going to be a hot day, we're going into a hot week, we obviously wouldn't want to move into a home that we're going to have to purchase a new air conditioner for. So what would some things be that we do? Do we just need to run it for a few minutes, an hour? Like, how do you know if that's working well?
Well, part of the process is the state actually says that it has to produce a certain temperature differential while you're checking it. And if it doesn't meet that parameter, then you must declare it deficient and then recommend a HVAC person to come and check the unit out and figure out what's going on with it.
Okay. Is that kind of similar to the plumbing? Like there's certain criteria and things that you have to measure out and look at and things like that?
Yes, like for hot water, it has to be at least 102 degrees Fahrenheit. If it doesn't reach that temperature, you have to actually check the water heater to see what's going on there. And then also another thing that we check, and we find sometimes it is mixed up. Sometimes you'll find the hot water on the right side. It's always supposed to be hot water on the left side of the faucet and cold water on the right side. And sometimes we do find those mixed up.
Oh, wow. I wouldn't have even thought of that. That's smart to look for. What about windows? You know, I was thinking about when you were talking about the plumbing, we had to set it to a certain temperature bringing a baby home. You know,
Yes.
What about windows? That's something else that you look for, especially if a family has children.
Of course. One of the things that we find is there's certain codes, like if the bottom of the window is less than 2 feet from the ground on the second floor, it has to have like protection device. It means you cannot open the window more than 4 inches if it's on the second floor and there's like more than a 7-foot drop from the window. Also, another thing that we find is sometimes the manufacturing process, they'll install a window and it'll start to fog up. And when it fogs up, it means it's lost its argon seal and it needs to be replaced or repaired. We've run into that quite a bit.
Yeah, I feel like that's actually pretty common. So do you have to contact the manufacturer for that or hire a window person?
Well, if it's a brand new home, and it's basically the builder's responsibility to have it replaced. If it's an existing home, then that's where the real estate agent comes in and helps negotiate that in the sale of the home.
What about structural integrity, structural safety, especially with all the storms we get here in Houston? I imagine that's a big concern for you guys.
Well, like for foundations, you have to look for soil erosion around the home. We use a method called like a rotary laser level to see if the home is actually still level. And if it's not, then you have to recommend further evaluation by a structural engineer or a foundation repair company.
What can you tell us about electrical? Like, what are you looking for with electrical issues?
Well, a lot of times homes that are built years ago have certain panel boxes that are known to be fire hazards. So when we identify that, we let the customers know, like, hey, they don't make this panel anymore, and it's been blacklisted. So you really need to have an electrician come check this out and possibly replace this item.
And it's required that you get a home inspection, isn't it? Don't you have to do that?
No, you do not. A home inspection is strictly the client's prerogative. So you
Really?
can buy a home without an inspection, which is not a good idea in my opinion.
Yeah. That so why is it beneficial to hire somebody to get it done then?
Because sorry, excuse me. You will also help you identify things that need repair or replacement. So if your AC needs repair or replacement, you will know what's going on. There's also roof repairs. Sometimes people don't always get on the roofs, but your home inspector does, or he has a drone, or he has some other method of getting up there and looking around. And due to the recent storm, some people have damage they don't know about. So you really need to have somebody come and check it out to see what's going on.
Yeah. What about if you're not buying a home and you just want to, get that kind of inspection after a storm? Is that even possible?
Well, you have to realize that a home inspector has no skin in the game, so to speak. So we will come in and we'll deliver an honest inspection. We're not trying to sell you a new roof, and we're just, you're going to get the information that's important to you, not the person that's trying to sell you something.
Yeah, I think that's good information.
Because we're not allowed to perform any sort of work on a home after we inspect it for up to 1 year.
Yeah. Well, Dave Jones, where can people contact you?
You can contact me online at hometeam.com/humble or call our office at 281-713-9901.
Excellent information. Thank you, Dave Jones. We appreciate your time this morning.